Hello YouTube, this is Operation Reclamation, USA China 5. USA has 79 to spend this turn. It'll be spending 74 and saving 5. I'll be buying a transport, 2 infantry, and an artillery for 17. Another transport, 2 infantry, and artillery for 17. 4 subs and 2 destroyers for a total of 74. China only has $2, so it cannot buy anything this turn. So let's get into it. It's a couple battles to declare. The first is the battle for Caroline Islands. The entire U.S. fleet in Sea Zone 26 will move to Sea Zone 33. And the sub from 31 will join them. And then, attacking the Carolines will be the 3 transports with 5 infantry, 2 artillery, and a tank as well. So that is battle number 1. Battle 2 will be a strategic bombing raid of Paris. The bomber in Gibraltar, I actually have them on a task force marker, and you'll see why in a second. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and attempt to bomb Paris. And we'll have 2 movements left. And I think that is all of the attacks this turn. The rest are non-combats for the U.S. China will be declaring 1 battle, which will be a walk-in of 1 guy from Kansu into Shenxi. So let's get into it. So for the Carolines, there are 4 bombards, 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, and then a tank, 2 supported infantry with 2 artillery, and 3 unsupported infantry. So hopefully this doesn't go more than this round. If it does, then I've rolled very poorly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So the Carolines are taken, and the Japanese get to respond with 2 infantry. 1 hit. So the U.S. will lose an infantry, and the Carolines has become a U.S. territory. Over in Paris, the AAA, I don't believe, fires, but there's an inherent AA, so we'll roll that first. And Chaplin will be hoping that his factory fires well, but let's see. If I screwed up the AAA firing, we'll roll another 1. That's a miss. I'll go ahead and roll it just in case. I don't think it applies, but missed anyway, so it doesn't matter. So the bomber will roll and get a 4 plus 2, so that will be 6 damage. So the Paris factory, which is a minor, by the way. I have it as a major, but it's a minor. I'll change that out later. We'll have 6 damage. So I'll go ahead and land the plane. It's got 2 left, so it will land in, its only option is Denmark, so it will land in Denmark. The U.S. thought about taking Finland, but may leave it to its comrade in arms, the Russians, this turn. So Chaplin, you can thank me for the 2 IPCs. So for other non-combat movements, the 2 transports in 106 and the transport in 101 will load with the 2 transports in 106 will have 3 infantry, 2 artillery, and a mech, and the transport in 101 will load with 2 infantry and artillery. and move down to Sea Zone 91. They will be depositing all their men in Gibraltar. So thus I have a task force marker. Let me get that in the screen. All of these guys are in Gibraltar. I'll chip this out later. Then the U.S. fleet in 110 will be moving down to protect my newly formed horde in Gibraltar. On this side of the board, can you see that? I think so. The two transports in 10 will pick up 2 infantry and 2 artillery and deposit them on Hawaii. And then the 2 subs and the 2 destroyers in 10 will move to Sea Zone 26. The destroyer off the coast of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not doing much there though. It's I want to move that or not in Sea Zone 4, that destroyer. Give me 1 second. It's at 4, it can hit Japan or Sea Zone 6, but he'll wipe it out. If it goes to 14, it's not doing much. I'm gonna move it to 14. That was what I originally thought offline, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not certain that that is the absolute best move or not, but I don't wanna waste people's time. In China, the 3 infantry in Kansu will move to Suiyan, and the fighter in Kansu will move to Suiyan as well. So on the income tracker, the US goes up by 1 for Carolines, and China goes up by 1 for Shenxi. So I will move that. The US should be at 55. I'll double check that. I think the Chinese are at 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, sorry, I'm in the wrong spot. The Chinese are at 1, 2, 3 on the income tracker. Japan goes down 2. I'm not certain I have them right, so I won't say what I think they have. I have them at 45, but that doesn't feel right. I think it should be more like 49. Okay, let me just look at the board and make certain I haven't forgotten anything. Those units moved, those units moved. Everything came down to Gibraltar, the US fleet came down, the bomber landed. Okay, so from a deployment perspective, the transport, 2 infantry and an artillery will go into, the ground units will go into Eastern, the transport will go into 101, and then everything else will go into Sea Zone 10. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10 units, so I can do that. One second. Okay, so the US at 54. Let's think about that. So we start at 52. We lost the Philippines, so that's 50. But we have Norway and we have Caroline, so that's 54. US deployed on both sides. They have their other territory, so that's a 20 bonus. So that is 74 plus the 5 I saved. US will have another 79 next turn to spend. China collects 3, so it will have 5 for next turn. And I think that's it. So deployment of forces. So let's see. So in Western United States, there are 2 infantry and artillery and a AAA. C-Zone 10, you have 4 subs, 2 destroyers, and a transport. C-Zone 26, 2 transports, 2 subs, 2 destroyers. On the island of Hawaii, 2 infantry, 2 artillery, and a AAA. In the Caroline Islands, we have 3 aircraft carriers with 5 fighters and attack, 3 transports, 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, 3 destroyers, and a sub. On the island of Caroline, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry, 2 artillery, and a tank. C-Zone 14, there's a destroyer. Then we come over here to this side. In C-Zone 91, there's a U.S. aircraft carrier with a U.S. fighter and a British fighter, a destroyer and a cruiser, 3 transports. On the island of Hawaii, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 infantry, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 infantry, 5 artillery, and a mech. There is a bomber in Denmark. C-Zone 101, there's a transport. In Eastern United States, there are 2 infantry, an artillery, and 2 AAA. Thanks. Look forward to the continuation of the game. It's getting exciting, and on to UK.